Hi everyone, I am Avdesh God. In this video, we will be building a quick dashboard right from the scratch in Tableau. Well, let's get started. Before we jump on to build a dashboard, let us quickly create some worksheets for the same. The very first one will showcase the total overall sales. Let us name this sheet accordingly. Let us bring the sum of sales onto the text marks card. As soon as we click on the labels mark card, the ellipses menu is available to edit the labels. Let us click on this and set the size for sum of sales to 24 points. Let us add some text below in order to make this value more specific to the audience. Let us set the size of this text to 16 points. We will also set the alignment of the entire text to the left, and thereafter we will be hitting OK. Finally, we will set this view to occupy the entire space. In order to make this value much more readable, let us set up the units for the same as well. To do so, right-click on the sum of sales and hit Format. This will open up the Format pane onto the left-hand side. Make sure you are formatting the same in the pane instead of X's. In order to add up the units, we'll select Numbers and go to Number Custom. Over here, we have three options. The very first one is to set up the decimal places. Let us keep it as it is. Thereafter, an option on how to showcase the negative values. Let us keep it as it is as well. Thereafter, let's set up the unit to millions. If we go back to the sheet, Tableau has accommodated this value into million units right now. Let us also add a $sign in front of this value. To do so, go back to Numbers and add up a prefix over here. Well, this looks good. Let us duplicate this sheet to create the same for total quantity as well. All we need to do is right-click on the sheet and hit Duplicate. Tableau will duplicate the sheet for us. All we need to do is change the sheet name over here. Thereafter, let us change the value from sales to quantity for the pill onto the label shelf. As soon as we do that, the unit formatting is gone. Let us quickly add the same by following the same steps. We will right-click on the sum of quantity and hit Format. We'll make sure we are over the pane. Thereafter, we'll hit Numbers, go to Number Custom, and select the units as thousands this time. Let us reduce the decimal places to 1 decimal. Well, over here we have just one thing to change as of now. That is the text from total sales to total quantity. To do so, we will go to the label shelf and hit the ellipsis menu. As soon as we do that, Tableau opens up the Edit Label dialog box for us. Let us change the sales to quantity. In the similar fashion, let us create one more sheet, but this time for profits. We will duplicate it and change the sheet name accordingly. Thereafter, we need to change the value from quantity to profits onto the label shelf. After doing that, let us quickly format the profit value as well. In the similar fashion, we'll go to numbers, change it to thousands, but this time with 0 decimal places. The last step is to update the header just down below the profits value. Well, this is quite easy. We have quickly built up 3 sheets to showcase the overall sales, total quantity sold, and the overall profits made as well. Let us create few more sheets, that is, for the distribution of sales by subcategory, and in the similar fashion, the distribution of quantity and profits by subcategory as well. Let us go to new sheet and name it accordingly. Using the control key, we'll select subcategory and sales. We'll go to show me and select the bar chart. Let us fit this visual into the entire view. Let us format the headers slightly. We'll change the header size to 11, style to Tableau regular, and color to black. Let us set the alignment to left. Let us also color code this by the sum of sales. Using Control key, drag the sum of sales from columns onto the color shelf. Let us quickly duplicate this to create the same for quantity sold. After changing the sheet name, we will quickly change the labels onto the column shelf and onto the color shelf as well. And that's how we have replicated the sheet quite quickly. Let us do the same for profits as well. After changing the headers, we'll change the value onto the column shelf and onto the color shelf as well. Once we do that, we have created a distribution of profits by the subcategory. The main benefit of duplicating a sheet rather than creating a new one is that you have exactly the same formatting on all 3 sheets for just the effort of one. Once we have created all of these sheets, we will quickly set up a new dashboard. Let us use a fixed size of 1400 by 900 pixels. That is, the width is set to 1400, whereas the height of the dashboard is set to 900 pixels. We will quickly develop a dashboard using the tile layout by dropping the sales quantity and profit sheet one by one onto this canvas. Before that, let us set this dashboard to tiled formatting. We will drop the total overall sales first. Thereafter, the quantity just right to it. And finally, the profits even to the right hand side. Let us evenly space these out. After that, let us add the distributions as well. We will start off with the distribution of sales by subcategory. After that, we will be adding the distribution of quantity by the subcategory and we will align it accordingly. Last but not the least, we have the distribution of profit by subcategory. Over here, if you notice, we have some labels as well. Let's select these and hit the cross icon to remove the same from the dashboard. Tableau will give us a warning, like deleting these layout containers will remove all of the contents that is within this container. Let us delete this container. If any time we want to increase the width of the dashboard, we can easily do that, and the contents will align accordingly. Over here, we have built a very basic dashboard just within 3-4 minutes. In the next video, we will understand about formatting the dashboard within Tableau.